guys, Nary here from Drakewing Gaming, so if you know me on Twitter, The Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Changeling Tale, Marion's Path. So, it is the morning after, and let's see how these two interact after they've done the big nasty. God, I hate calling it that. I think that's the only ever time I've called it that. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and jump right back in. Alarm changer up, and let's go. Okay. Dawn's light filters into the room, and my eyes blink open. We've overslept. Gran must be wondering where I am, or perhaps not. I blush at the thought. My blush deepens as I gaze at my slumbering Marion. I'm still in awe of what happened between us. I'm also very, very curious about what happened, or grew, below her waist. Marion looks so peaceful while she sleeps. Would it be rude to sneak a peek? Did she grow udders? Oh my. Oh my! Oh no. Free milk! It turns out I don't have to decide. Marion rolls over and the sheets drape over an unmistakable shape. Oh no. I'm caught staring when she awakes. Oh no.
Oh my! I thought I...
Uh-oh. Ah! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that grin! Look at that grin! She looks at me slightly embarrassed.
Last night, I thought I was dreaming that. And to think, Alana said I wouldn't turn into a cow.
You're not the cow, you're just more you.
I do feel very much myself this morning.
We embrace and go back to staring at the obvious. Less shocking than her utter is our lack of shock towards it. She's growing, well, physically, but also growing in different ways, being comfortable with herself. What does it feel like?
Fairly nice, actually. A bit heavy, perhaps. Do you think...
What is it, Marion?
Will I need to be milked? Oh God, why did she say that? Why did she say it like that?
I throw on my clothes and excuse myself to start us some tea, if only to avoid answering the question. To my surprise, Grace is standing there, with water already on the stove. She spots me emerging from Marion's bedroom. There's no denying I spent the night now. I try to act casually. Good morning, Grace. You look pure done in. Long night at the Stag and Nanny?
No. Bulgaria let me come home early.
Really? She looks like she really didn't sleep a wink. I wonder if... Oh no.
Did you spend the night to get an early jump on the chores? It sounded like you already got a head start on milking the cows.
Turned bright red. Saving me from having to respond, Marion comes into the room, struggling.
I can barely breathe. Oof. Oh, Grace, did you shrink the cotton in the wash?
Grace rolls her eyes. Even I can tell the wash isn't to blame.
Good morning to you too, sis.
Marion's cinch is barely able to wrap around her waist. It wasn't exactly meant to contain an udder, after all. Now that she stands, I can see that Marion has grown not just in her dairy areas, but also into a broader, more cow-like frame. If I learned anything from Gran, it's that there's no way to politely mention a woman may have gained weight. While it's certainly something that doesn't bother me, I'm infinitely attracted to Marion. I just don't like seeing her uncomfortable. As she moves around the cabinets, each motion is accompanied by the sound of rips and tears. Oh no.
Marion, maybe you should... No, it's fine. I'll just need to make some adjustments later.
The words tumble out with each strained breath. She unsteadily sucks in her tummy, causing her chest to swell even larger. With the sound of a whip cracking, her utmost drawstring snaps.
Oh, I can fix that.
Oh no. The water comes to a boil and Marion reaches up to the top shelf for a teacup. Ah, maybe I should get that for you.
No, I've got it.
Oh! Grace and I cringe as the fabric finally succumbs, the back of Marion's dress splitting right down the middle. Ah.
Oof! This pooched pile of rags! I will...
Marion struggles to stay decent, and Grace struggles to control her laughter.
Maybe it's time to treat yourself to a new wardrobe. I don't think the tailor knows how to make things for someone my shape, Grace.
True, but I might know someone who can. What?
She looks like a fucking hot dog!
And Marion reveals her dilemma. Gran lets out a laugh.
Oh, you poor thing, that must be a handful.
Several handfuls. In fact, a dozen hands could come close to holding her. I tried to refocus on the conversation.
'Tis but a trifle to whip up a new skirt for you. Let me set to work. Malcolm, get me my spectacles.
I do as I'm told. She looks like a hot dog. Gran, if you don't have the time or energy, well, we can figure it out. We can figure it out. I can even try to sew.
Nonsense. Not that I don't trust a man to do a woman's work. We're just simply better at it. Hand me my sewing kit. Marion, do you have any fabric?
No. Oh, good lord. Stacked as fuck, girl. Instead of pulling out a bolt of cotton, Marion shrugs off her makeshift shawl, a yellow gingham tablecloth whose edges have seen better days. She hands it to Gran, who laughs. I pass on the remains of Marion's torn dress as well.
Will it be enough? It's not much, but it'll do in a pinch. A bespoke dress for Miss MacLeod, from the finest fabric in all of Scotland.
Gran begins unfurling the material on the kitchen table, one tablecloth on top of another. Our tailor's not exactly an uncivil row.
Thank you, Agnes. Thank you very much. Oh, it's just fine. You know I'm happy to help you with anything, always. This is just such a odd request. Well, yes. 'Tis my duty and pleasure to assist those whom I love, no matter what size or shape. Or breed? Oh, my dear, fear not. We'll have you dressed to the nines in no time.
Gran winks at me. You've handled this all so kindly and patiently.
Judge not, that ye not be judged. My motto through all this, experience. I imagine it's all been more difficult for ye, Marion, than anybody else, so who am I to say much other than, howdy do, Maid Marion, let me show you all the ways you are loved. Oh, Agnes, your heart is as wide as the sea. As is yours, love. Your outside's a wee different, but your heart is the same, as far as I can see. Besides, this certainly isn't the oddest thing this town has ever seen. Why, others are a dime a dozen in the Highlands, more of them than people.
And let all of that go untouched. Marion's blush can be seen even through her fur.
Let's get started then, eh? Take off your jacket, dearie, and I'll take your measurements. Would it be possible to take measurements with it still on? It's a bit chilly in here.
Gran squints at Marion like she's speaking some indecipherable dialect.
I can't get measurements for that bulky old thing. It'll be quick, I promise.
Marion whispers something to Gran. Huh.
Nothing? Nothing else at all?
I don't think I've ever seen Gran's cheeks turn so red. I feel mine doing the same.
Oh dear, well I know how hard it can be to find something that fits. That's all right, lass. It's nothing I haven't seen before. Why, don't you... Malcolm!
I jump. My heart is beating quickly.
Close your eyes and turn your head.
Yes, ma'am. I love it. I shut my eyes and turned my back. Behind me there are more hushed whispers. In the end, I can barely make out Marion's reassurances to Gran.
You're too sweet, Agnes, but it's no problem, truly.
A moment later, I hear the sound of Marion's heavy jacket sloughing to the floor.
Oh my! Well, I'll be. I suppose there are one or two things I haven't seen before. Ha!
Gran?
Hush, Malcolm, I'm working. Marion, dear, you'll have to move your hands, or else the measurements won't be accurate. Ah, Agnes, that's cold! I know, dearie, almost done. Malcolm, pass me some clips to mark the tape.
Just how am I supposed to do that with my eyes closed?
I didn't raise a bam pot. Avert your gaze and do as you're told.
With a sigh and one hand squarely over my eyes, I find the clips and hand them to Gran.
Thank you, lad.
Marion's courage has truly grown by leaps and bounds, to be so trusting. Nonetheless, I can only imagine how awkward she must feel right now. To make things as comfortable as possible for all involved, I deliberately turned back around and let Gran finish her work.
Almost done. Now, one final measurement. Eep! And that's the last of them. How are you, dear? Here you are, dear. Put this back on. Let's get sewing, shall we? Yes, let's!
I can hear the relief in her voice.
Malcolm, you can turn around now, and you can pass the scissors while you're at it.
And so I am tasked with being the seamstress's assistant, something I never expected to be able to add to my resume. Making new clothes for my fuzzy and spectacularly curvy girlfriend is slow going. having never worked on quite such a piece. But Gran tackles the challenge with her usual gusto. She even improvises a few special accessories just for Marion, and reminded again why I admire my Gran so. That's the old Campbell ingenuity at work. The dressmaking takes up most of the day, and we hurry to finish the job while there is still natural light.
Well, how's the fit?
Ooh, let's see. Oh my, she looks incredible. The sun is setting when Marion steps out of the bedroom, revealing her new attire. It glows in the golden light.
Oh, Agnes, it's perfect!
Yes, the dress is just marvelous. It hugs her where it needs to and covers what she may wish to hide. To top it off, on her neck twinkles the little cowbell I gifted her so long ago. Marion beams, happy as a girl fresh home from shopping along Edinburgh's Royal Mile, and filled with relief that we've found a solution to even just one issue.
It's darling, Marion, though I suppose you would look like the bee's knees in just about anything cute as you are. Now that I have your measurements, I can make a few more. Oh, you don't have to. This one is so lovely. Nonsense, it's an easy task. Now that we've the gist of it, isn't that right, my dear apprentice?
I wince, still embarrassed that the scissors had to be taken away from me after I'd cut the shoulders too short. Now they look like armbands. Perhaps I wasn't cut out for tailoring after all. I think it looks cute. Oh yes, easy as a slice of pie.
And next time I'll make sure there's more fabric to work with, so it needn't be so revealing.
Marion giggles. I suspect she'd attract attention no matter what she wears, but admittedly, it is the type of dress that would make Jessie proud.
Now go. Go look in the mirror while there's still some light.
Marion bounds out of the room, leaving myself and Gran alone. I'm about to offer her my heartfelt thanks when she gives me a stern look.
Malcolm, may I have a word with you?
Of course.
I take it the MacLeods had some housework that needed doing overnight.
My heart skips a beat. I struggle to think of a good excuse on the fly. Oh, I hope I didn't worry you, I just...
Hush, you needn't tell me. This old bat's heard it all. I'm sure it was very important.
Yes, quite. I can feel my cheeks flushing.
In fact, should those errands need to be done again tonight, perhaps? Don't feel like you need to be here in the morning for me, lad. I understand.
Wow, Jesus, man, your grandma's helping you get laid. Nice way to go, Granny. Damn. Yes, ma'am.
Now, haste you to your woman. Don't keep her waiting.
I go as fast as my feet can carry me. Behind me, I can just barely hear Gran sigh.
Oh, to be young again.
Now you still got some fire in you. Ooh. We thank Gran again, say our goodbyes to Hazel, and take the routed cow path home for the night. The air has warmed, the wind has calmed, and between the clouds we glimpse an ocean of stars. God, she looks amazing in that dress. Marion stops to admire them. I stop to admire not the stars, but the lovely woman beside me, bathed softly in their light.
Aren't they beautiful?
Yes, you are.
Oh, stop.
Gran's right, you look adorable, and not just in the new dress. Her tail gently whaps me. I mean it. Marion smiles shyly.
I know. Your warmth and support mean the world to me, Malcolm.
We grow quiet and listen to the serenade of summertime crickets. Marion shifts her weight, and the little cowbell around her neck adds its jingle to the orchestra. You're wearing that again.
Well, it would be a shame not to, given the circumstances, don't you think?
I chuckle. I suppose. I was just worried it might remind you of... She was still human. I can't bring myself to say it, but it turns out I don't have to.
No. It reminds me of who I am. It reminds me of the magic in this world. But most importantly, it reminds me of you.
I find myself choking up at her words, so quickly change the subject. How about another gift then? One we can share. It's not exactly cow-related, but it can kick like a horse. I reach into my jacket and pull out a flask.
Malcolm!
I shrug, bashfully kicking my foot at the grass. Gran was worried you might be cold on the walk home, so she wanted you to have something to help you with, to keep you warm. Judging from Marion's grin, it seems we both suspect a different reason behind Gran's gift.
Is that so? Well, I guess the tablecloth we use for this dress is a bit lightweight.
We each take a healthy swig from the flask. I swear it makes Marion glow even more. So the night is still young. Ideas?
Well, we could make fresh bread for supper.
We could make a tart.
We could make love.
Oh, Miss Marion!
Well,
Yes, we could. Oh my.
I feel so indulgent to be in love.
It is. There's no one more deserving, Marion. This is your time. Marion reaches over, taking hold of my hands and her hooves.
No, this is our time.
Oh. We stroll and sip our way through the fields towards Marion's house, counting the stars that light our way. As we crest a hill, we see a dark mass on the slope below.
Oh, my herd!
They're yours, you can tell.
Well, yes, can't you?
Can't say that I do, but I don't doubt Marion for a second. They must have really missed you to have wandered this far.
Do you think? Oh, then what's this?
She takes a deep breath and then
Ah!
lets out a moo that sounds so cow-like I could barely believe it came from her mouth.
How about that? I've been practicing.
From below us we hear a few sleepy moos in return. It's brilliant! Yes, I do believe you have their attention now. Still feeling tipsy, we both move back to the herd. My imitation is not nearly as good as Marion's, but that doesn't stop me from trying.
No, it has to come from deep in the back of your throat, like this.
Marion, my dear. Marion, my dear, I don't have a snout.
We'll work on it. Look, here comes Fiona.
And a lot of them, actually. A few cows slowly waddle over to us, only to halt a dozen yards away, undoubtedly too tired to move. The cow in the lead, Fiona, presumably closes her eyes, nods off, and her minions follow suit.
It's hard to stay awake after a long day eating grass, eh? Of course, they work around the clock just like us.
I wonder if Marion will add grazing into her already tight schedule. Come to think of it, she has been eating salads and forage more often. I can't remember the last time she ate meat. Her lips loosen. A question tumbles out, one I'd previously been too timid to ask. Marion, do you feel at all like a cow?
Huh, of course. How about a bit more velvety than our shaggy friend Fiona here? I wonder, do you think I might be an Ayrshire? We've an uncle in Ayrshire.
No, I mean instincts. She pauses for a moment.
Instincts? Cow instincts? I suppose I've not thought much about it. What do you suppose a cow's instincts are?
To graze, I imagine. Perhaps to moo as well as, gosh, when you put it that way.
They're not terribly exciting, are they? Well, you're in luck, mister. You found the most exciting cow in all the herd.
Yes, the most exciting, most caring, and most loving, and most gentle.
Malcolm, hush.
What? Worried Fiona will take offense.
No, listen.
Marion's ears are perked up, and our aim toward the main track coming out from town. I follow her gaze and spot two shadows approaching, walking quite slowly. Marion, you're not expecting...
Of course not. No one comes out here, especially at night.
They're both male, lanky, and stumbling, most likely drunk.
They're up to mischief. I can sense it.
Surely they are, I think to myself. Oop, I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right here. Ooh, the next episode should be rather interesting. There we go. Hero to the herd. Oh my. They're going cow tipping. I'm calling it now, and she's gonna end up fucking tipping them over with her horns. Or tits. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. Leave a super thanks or a tip if you can. It always helps. Until the next video, I love you all. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye!